Who is the better quarterback? Big Ben or Eli Manning? Well, this debate has transpired and has been debated on the big screen on ESPN and other debate shows like First Take. You got Undisputed, who have said Eli Manning or Big Ben. This has become a debate that these channels have decided to redo again, if you know what I'm saying, because Big Ben has retired and now all the quarterbacks of that draft class have retired, and obviously the three big ones are Eli Manning, Philip Rivers, and Big Ben Roethlisberger. But Philip Rivers has no say in this because he failed to win a Super Bowl and failed to make his mark on the postseason. Unlike Big Ben and Eli Manning, who have done it in both aspects, in the postseason and the regular season, two very important places to prove that you're a great player. It's not one or the other that proves it. Both do. Now, Big Ben Roethlisberger, in my opinion, and it's kind of biased, but I'm going to try and be unbiased here because I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Big Ben Roethlisberger is a better quarterback than Eli Manning. The only thing that Eli Manning has over Big Ben is Super Bowl MVPs. Big Ben has 2 Super Bowl rings, 6 Pro Bowlers, and 0 Super Bowl MVPs. Now, Eli Manning has 2 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and 4 Pro Bowls. Now, Big Ben has the bigger numbers all time and everything than Eli Manning, and he also is a winner. Eli Manning, multiple seasons, had times where the Giants were one of the worst teams in the NFL. You could never say that for Big Ben. Even towards his end of his career, he's made the playoffs the last 2 years of his career. Now, Eli Manning was one of the worst Giants teams, winning max 5 games, being in the top 10 of the picks. With Eli Manning, end of his career, and Big Ben out of his career, getting made fun of the lack of mobility, and also being made fun of the lack of arm strength, still managed to get to the playoffs over teams like the Colts and win his division last year. Now, Eli Manning was one of the worst teams, and that just, to me, shows a difference. Because Big Ben was able to lead a team that, with Mason Rudolph, the backup QB, starting, could not beat a winless team. So when you say, wow, it's because Big Ben's team was way better, then how come when the backup came, they couldn't beat the worst team in the NFL? But with Big Ben, they were able to beat the Buffalo Bills, a team that won their division. And also the Tennessee Titans, the number 1 seed. How were they able to do that with Big Ben, but when they played a winless team the same season, they tied? Now that just shows how great he is, even at the end of his career. And you can never tell me and show me that Big Ben had a bad year where they lost more games than they won. Because he's never had a losing record. He's had Mike Tomlin, who's never had a losing record, and with other coaches as well, never had a losing record. Big Ben is just a winner. He's a winner. If he misses the playoffs, he still got 8-9 wins. You know, it's just the greatness of a bad season still not being a losing record. That shows how good he was. Now, Eli Manning, I hate this debate because I really do have a special spot for Eli Manning in my heart due to what he did to the Patriots and Tom Brady and beating some of the greatest teams of all time and being the undefeated Patriots. And I think that's a really special moment, and it's one of the greatest times in history. But we got to keep in mind that Big Ben has showed longevity, something Eli Manning did not. So right there should show that Big Ben is a better quarterback than Eli Manning. Even though I love Eli Manning and he's one of the greats, I just believe Eli Manning is not as good as Big Ben. But I still love the dude. He's a great quarterback. And that's why I don't like this debate. It's not a quarterback I hate. Like, when I'll debate Tom Brady not being the GOAT any day because he's a piece of you-know-what. Not trying to cuss, but... And Joe Burrow, also terrible. But the Mannings, they're cool people, good quarterbacks. But end of the day, Big Ben is better than Eli Manning. Now, make sure to like and subscribe and leave in the comments who do you think is the best quarterback out of Philip Rivers, Eli Manning, and Big Ben.